So, hello everyone and welcome to the paper presentation of the paper titled A Wizard of Oz Field Study to Understand Non-Driving Related Activities, Trust and Acceptance of Automated Vehicles. My name is Henrik Detjen, I'm from the University of Applied Sciences Ruhr-West and the University of Duisburg-Essen, and my co-authors are Bastian Pfleging from the Eindhoven University of Technology and Stefan Schneegers, also from the University of Duisburg-Essen. When we talk about non-driving related activities in this paper, just a quick reminder, we are talking about high and full automation. Because this is what I call the comfort zone of non-driving related activities. In these automation levels, the passenger, the former driver, is now able to perform any activity without fast interruptions. So he has not to expect to get a takeover requested sometime. When we ask people what they expect from highly automated driving, they name in online surveys, for example, we picked out this survey from Pfleging, Rang and Breu from 2016, which has become quite popular. They say things like listening to radio, listening to music, to the radio, talk to other passengers, watch out the window, and so on. And in our study, we wanted to investigate if these assumptions prove true in reality. When we, as researchers, want to investigate automated driving, yes, we rely commonly on thought experiment experiences from users. So our data is derived from self-reports, commonly, such as questionnaires, interviews, focus groups, design fiction, co-design, and so on. And when we want to observe actual behavior, which people show in automated vehicles, we have to somehow simulate the driving. Traditionally with the driving simulator, and if we want to have a more realistic user experience, we have to go out of the lab, and some studies have investigated the user experience in other contexts, like in a tram, in a bus, in a taxi, and so on. But if you want real data from real world experience, yes, we have to somehow go out in the field and put people in automated cars there. But from an ethical perspective, this is not possible yet, because there are legal restrictions and the technology is not perfect yet. So we have to control we have to control something, either the environment or the system. One approach would be to put a vehicle prototype with real technology on test track, and yes, ask people for their perceptions of the technology. And the approach we did in this study is to simulate the technology and control the technology, and make people believe through a Wizard of Oz setting that they interact with real technology in the real world. So we have real traffic, we have real acceleration, and so on. Our automated vehicle setup looked like this. We had the automation wizard in the front and the participants in the back. They were separated by a cabin partition, and the scenery was projected to participants by a large TV screen which was mounted at the cabin partition. We told participants that the automation wizard is only responsible for intervening in the driving process if things get really critical, or if things get really complex, such as picking people up or dropping them off. Overall, 12 participants used the vehicle for 6 freely selectable rides each, and of these 12, 4 noticed the deception after the first or second ride. So for 8 people, the deception maintained for the whole time. The procedure was as follows. We invited people over to the university, where they filled out acceptance questionnaires, where we did a quick interview with them, and the next time we saw them was in the vehicle. After each ride with the vehicle, we asked questions about the driving style, which we presented as our main study purpose, such as how did the car behave? Was it comfortable? Was it overall pleasing, and so on? And we were really interested into the trust questionnaire we also provided, and they had the chance to give us general feedback after each ride. After those 6 rides, we basically did the same thing as in the beginning. We asked for their acceptance and their expectations towards automated driving, did another interview, and then explained the deceptions to them. Our results show that the automated vehicle acceptance before and after the experiments doesn't change. Before the experiment, we presented them a picture and a description of our vehicle, and we see that the scores are really high. So people had a high technology or automated vehicle technology acceptance, but this did not change through the real experience. The automation trust, which we asked after each ride, was overall rather high too, but we separated did a further separating into subgroups. After the experiment, we asked people if they attributed their trust rather to the system of automation plus safety driver, or to the pure automation, and separated them in the analysis, and people who just thought that the pure automation was driving showed comparatively lower trust rating than the system group. So people show higher trust ratings when they think the human is involved somehow. The non-driving related activities we observed was mainly watching out of the window half of the time, and smartphone use. When we combine these activities here, smartphone use, audiobooks via smartphone typing, calling, and so on, into one category, the smartphone category consumes around 30% of the total share overall rides. So basically people do 3 things, or did 3 things in our automated vehicle. They watched out of the window, they used their smartphones, and they did office tasks or writing. Further, we compared our study, our expectations, our study with the expectations of the online study from Pflegenrang and Breu, and we found that for some categories the predictions are quite true, but for others they aren't. So we also added new categories like writing or take pictures or cosmetics. Overall, as conclusion, we can say from our real-world experiment, trust has been proven to be higher when people think they interact with the human somehow. For acceptance, we could not see a change over time, but in the interviews, which are in the paper, which I encourage to read to everyone, safety was mentioned as a key to acceptance. And for the non-driving related activities, if we travel alone, people spend most of their travel time being idle, using the smartphone, or for office tasks. And overall, the method of our Result of Force automated vehicle, we think it's a very powerful method to investigate real-world perceptions of highly automated driving and can be a viable method in the future. Thank you.